Hey, welcome to the Neka Said podcast. And if you're new here, I'm Neka Williams, a planner girl, mom to an 8-year-old husband, and a die-hard Atlanta Falcons fan. At the end of 2016, I was happily fired from Amazon, which jumped off this online journey. After signing 2 clients within 10 days and booking out my services as a virtual assistant, I was thrown as the Facebook queen, and Coach Neka was born. All that to say, I'm a virtual assistant and a VA coach helping women realize they don't have to choose between work and their family. You can have both. And if you're looking for financial freedom while also having family focus, this is the podcast for you. You'll learn how to grow a business that fits into your personal life and not the other way around.
Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of the Neka Said podcast. And I don't know if I'm the only person dealing with this, but it's a must I talk about it. 2024 has started like no other year for me. This year has started the most chaotic than any other year has ever had. This is the only year that we are more than halfway through January, and I'm still not on my regular schedule or have fully sat down to do my yearly goal setting. Woo! So, what do you do when you feel like you're super overwhelmed, all over the place, and you just can't get ahead of everything that's coming? The first thing I always do is brain dump. This is what I suggest to my private coaching client when her 9 to 5 was busy, home was busy, and leads were still coming in for her virtual assistant business. You need to get it all out of your head and on paper so you can start prioritizing. I like to ask myself, what do I need to do today to feel good, to feel like I'm in a good place, to feel good mentally, and also move the needle forward in my business, in my house, with my kids, a job, etc. And I like to focus on 3 things in a short time frame. Pick the top 3 things and run with them. Maybe you need balance and you pick one from each area of your life. The second thing I do is find any and all downtime in my daily schedule where I can schedule other tasks for my brain dump. So maybe it's during lunch or while I'm waiting for groceries curbside, the carpool lane, when I'm picking up my kid, in a waiting room at the doctor appointment. You do not know how much you can get done when you're just sitting and waiting. And don't brush off those 10 to 15 minutes. Those are gold mines. I'm able to send 2 to 3 pitches, outline my podcast, or create a post in just a short amount of time. That will all move the needle to getting my services in front of my audience. Another thing I see my coaching clients do is trying to copy my business schedule or other business coaches and virtual assistants' schedule. You have to create a schedule for you because other people may not have the same responsibilities or priorities that you do. Write out your non negotiables like your job, school, whatever that's consistent and can't be moved in your life. And then add in a few hours of work 3 or 4 days per week for your business. Maybe you have theme days where on Mondays you create content, Tuesdays you schedule the content, and Wednesday and Thursdays you just fully focus on pitching and following up. Whatever works for you, double down on it. I know some of my clients that are working 9 to 5, they sometimes like to work on weekends, sometimes they don't. But I always highly suggest you have a day of rest. So maybe you work for a couple hours on Saturdays and Sundays you completely unplug from everything. And be open to change things up. Just like today, the kids are out of school due to weather, so my schedule had to shift, and that's okay. That's the reason I started my business, to have flexibility. Another thing you want to do is keep track of how much you're working on your business. Turn on a timer or stopwatch so you know how much you're getting done in an hour and if you need more or less time to get it done. And write down every single task you work on and complete. Do not throw this away. If you're like me and mostly use pen and paper, that way next week you will know realistically how much you're working in your business and if you need to make any adjustments. It's all about collecting the data, babe. Because sometimes you may feel like you haven't done much in your business, but looking back at your hours and checked off task lists from each day, you can visually see how much you're pouring into your business. Every little bit counts and should be celebrated. If your year started off like mine and you're feeling all over the place, not sure what to focus on and how to actually get started, then book a free profitable planning session where we will dive into what kind of virtual assistant business you truly want and create a personalized plan to get you there in the next 30 days. The roadmap you need to quit your 9 to 5, go full time in your business, and hit your income goals in less time. But hurry, there's only 3 spots. Shoot me a DM on Instagram at Coach Neka to grab a free profitable planning session. But until then, babes, keep working.
Thank you so much for joining me today, and make sure you check back next week for another amazing episode with actionable tips to grow your online business. In the meantime, leave a review and let me know your thoughts on today's episode. And if you want to see what I'm up to, check out my Instagram page at Coach Neka. Come hang out with other women on the same journey in the private free Facebook group, the Virtual Assistant Club. And remember, every day you're one step closer to the dream life you want. Keep going, girlfriend.